First of all, I'd like to say hello and good afternoon to my many YouTube subscribers, friends, and even to my many enemies. Once again, this is another episode of Roosevelt Sounds Off. This is Roosevelt Sounds Off Part 44. And today, I'm going to bring to you sort of a news story and some of my opinions that I have on it, or on a particular topic anyway, because I have been doing some, I guess, thinking and soul searching lately, and I'm going to deal with a relevant topic that's relevant to not only you out there but to all of us, because I think that we all are guilty of doing it. And that is the subject of social media, meaning stuff like Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, Yik Yak, Pinterest, Foursquare, YouTube, these kind of things. And now, please don't get me wrong. With social media, I think it's a whole lot of like positive things that are out there that can be done and that can be said. But there are also, some negative things that can be done and that can be even be said. And one particular negative thing I want to deal with, there was here in Chicago, I'm pretty sure a whole lot of you all do know, but for those who don't know, there was a 25-year-old young lady named Jessica Hampton, who was murdered on the CTA L train, red line, near the 47th Street stop the other day. And this woman, she was stabbed to death, stabbed in her neck. And one thing about it is they said that many people who were on this car did not stop and help the young lady. Many of them started to take out their phones and started to record the whole thing instead of helping somebody. Because I say that this is a relevant topic dealing with phones and tablets and iPads and stuff and social media, because it seems like in everyday life, I'm putting myself into it too, that I think that we all do it. That we see something and we might see something that is like shocking, or either, something that could cost somebody even their lives or whatever. But instead of helping the person or trying to help the situation, what do? We go and take out our phones and start recording, whatever. I've been guilty of doing it too. But many people started to take out their phones and everything and record this incident that was taking place. And one thing that somebody did that I never would have done is actually put a picture of this dead lady's body on Facebook. I mean, I saw that yesterday on Facebook, and I didn't have to go far to look for it either, because that picture is all around. And it was kind of saddened me to have to see it. Young lady lying there like in her own blood and everything, just like all over the place. I mean, this is just bad. That sometimes we spend so much time and we live our lives around these devices so much that nobody communicates, nobody talks to each other hardly anymore, because we're on our phones and everything all of the time. I mean, it's to the point and stuff that we're on our phones and everything so much, and it could even endanger us in other parts of our lives. What I mean by that is, the other day I was going to the hospital with a good friend of mine, and I'm following her because she knows, she knows where this place is, and she knows where to get off the stop at. So we were on the train and everything, and she was so busy on her phone, I guess letting people know or messaging people on Facebook Messenger, telling them that she's having an operation, that we miss our stop and have to get on the train and have to come back. Because, I mean, some people are so into their phones and into this social media. It seems like it is a thing, or, it's practically these days what I would almost gather to say is almost an idol that we have picked up so much that has just like taken over our hearts and taken over our minds that we can't think of anything else. Most people spend more time and everything on social media than doing anything else almost in life. And to put a picture of a dead person online, I think is completely out of line, because this girl's family members, they said that's how they found out something had happened to her, because they saw the video and saw the picture of her dead body on Facebook. I don't think that any kind of family should be notified of the death of their loved one through a medium like that. I mean, sometimes, I mean, smartphones and everything, they're good, they're nice. I mean, I love mine. I mean, because there's so much that you can do on them. You can watch TV, you can watch movies, you know, you can keep in contact through social media and everything. But it's sometimes so much negativity that is out there. And I'm going to prove to you how negativity sometimes thrives over positivity. Because now I admit that when I started doing these Roosevelt sounds off like almost 3 years ago, that basically it started because it stemmed from a negative experience I had with the Chicago Police Department. But, you know, over the years and stuff, you know, I've dealt with others, you know, for all of y'all who watched me, you know, I've dealt with many other topics besides just that. And can you believe out of 3 years, I only have 17 little subscribers. That's all I have. But if I was out there doing something or saying something stupid, like many others would be saying, I mean, I think I would have a whole lot more subscribers. Case in point being that now many of you all who follow me on Facebook saw a video that I uploaded of something or incident that happened at the police board meeting a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, there were people yelling in police officers' face and everything. And I put that up on Facebook. And already, that particular video, because it was something, I guess, that was kind of rash or something that's kind of negative, has received over 100,000 views and has been shared like 2,000 or 3,000 times. But any kind of video I did of Roosevelt Sounds Off has never ever got me 90 to 100,000 views. And it has hardly ever been shared. Because I guess on my YouTube channel, I'm trying to promote more of positivity in dealing with different subjects and, you know, dealing with news issues and giving my opinion on it, and even trying to relate it to, you know, a whole lot of it, you know, a biblical or a spiritual point of view. That's not popular. But if I was on here cursing and, you know, calling people out of their names and everything, oh yeah, that would be completely popular. So it just goes to show you on this social media how people in our society in general thrives on negativity instead of positivity. So my challenge to you today is to do social media. Go ahead and do your Facebook. Go ahead and do your YouTube. Go ahead and do your Pinterest. Go ahead and do your Foursquare. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's try to promote more of positivity. And please, whenever we see something or something happening to somebody out there in the street, let's try our best to go and help that person instead of posting someone's dead body once they're already dead on Facebook, when we know we could have easily come to their rescue instead of going and push record on a cell phone. We need to get out of this habit of doing that. And I'm not only talking to you. As I talk to you, I also talk to myself, because sometimes even I have a bad habit of doing it. Why? Because everybody's doing it. And this is something I think that all of us need to try to get out of doing, and just love each other and communicate with each other more instead of so much into our devices like we are. Even though I know we love them, even though I know that they are necessary for many different things, truly, not only Black Lives Matter, not only police officers' lives matter, not even only white people's lives matter, but all lives matter. And how can we show that all lives matter? Oh boy, I'm glad that you asked. By just communicating with each other, by sitting and talking, you know, exchanging a good word or a nice word or friendly word, or, you know, something like that. Not always on our phones all the time, and not only on our tablets and iPads all the time. Just care for and listen to and love each other. That's my only challenge. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this episode of Roosevelt Sounds Off. Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hope to see you all on the next one. Peace and blessings to all.